The random topic of the episode is don't kill the cat! Ha! Where do animals die? Death. Back to this topic. Let's see what our search engines will say. Where do animals die? Because I don't know if anyone has noticed, but when you have a yard animal, you rarely ever see it. It doesn't really typically die within your reach. Like you can't find it when it's dead. It's just gone. I'm talking about like animals that typically reside in your yard, but they're not contained by it. So like cats. How wild animals die. Where do birds go when they die? Okay, that's one. Life after death. How insects rise from the dead and transform corpses. Why do animals have to die? Science questions? This should be like children's questions. Where do animals die when they die a natural death? Where do animals die? Where do animals go when they die? These are the questions that we've been asking ourselves since we were kids. Why? What's left when animals die? What happens to animals who die at the zoo? Animals are dying in droves. Where do they go to die? Cats and wild animals. Okay, let's see now. Quora again. Where do animals die when they die a natural death? I mean, I have never seen a dead cat or dog, for example, unless killed by a human or another animal, or killed by accident, like falling off a balcony. Don't they have 9 lives? Many animals which grow old and weak are killed by predators and eaten. I don't think that cats are eaten. Like, what are they eaten by? Wolves? Whatever the predator does not consume is devoured by other creatures or by maggots. The bones typically are scattered as various creatures and raptors carry away portions of the carcass. And of course, many bones are consumed. My dog, a hunter, like all hounds, has caught 6 or so young rabbits over the years. Just as any wild creature will do with small prey, he chewed them up and swallowed everything. And of course, we know that a lot of animals bury their food remains, so let's have them for later. No trace remained until, of course, emerging eventually as dog droppings. Most burrowing animals, if not caught and eaten, will die within their burrows. Non-burrowing creatures and birds will generally know of their impending death. They will crawl under a bush or rock, outcropping to die. Wow. So that they can die peacefully rather than to be ripped apart. Eventually, the carcass is either found by a scavenger or is devoured by maggots or simply rots. And of course, we know that nothing is wasted. Matter doesn't dissipate by itself. There are always creatures, or there's some sort of a chemical process that occurs if it is not being devoured by some sort of creature. This will also be the behavior of an animal poisoned by a slow-acting toxin, or one dying of starvation or thirst, again if not caught by a predator. There are myths about elephant graveyards where aging animals would leave the herd and go off to die alone. There is no actual evidence that that is so. Similarly, there are no naturally occurring animal burial grounds or places where other animals, fish, or birds congregate to die. I recently read or heard that many species have like some sort of ritual. I think it was upon reading about the kawaii bird that they like celebrate the death of a peer or something like that. However, there are many insects and fish and a few others which will congregate somewhere, often in their own region of birth, to spawn and then to die. The purpose there is not to have a common area for death, but a common area for reproduction. The subsequent death is incidental, as the creature will have fulfilled its purpose to reproduce. I used to live on a farm. I never saw any of our cats die, but I did find 2 bodies sometime after. Different places, Both places were in a quiet and secluded spot. Farm dogs seem to have the same tendency as the cats. I believe they like to go somewhere quiet, away from prying eyes, and await their time on earth to pass. That's all I can put it down to. They know when it's time to go. Related, do animals have souls? I want to think so. Where do animals die? There's no quick answer. Accidents in your home. Hidden spot. That's a rat, isn't it? Pets. Deaths in the wild. It's probably an event or something. Why are they showing these photos? Where do animals go when they die? The honest answer is nowhere. When animals die, that's the end of them. They don't have souls that last beyond death. Oh, that's a bad way to put it, especially to a kid. They have souls in this life, but when the body and the soul separate in death, there is no more animal. What is this? That's a sleeping cat. Why are you putting it here? Hide in a quiet, out-of-the-way spot when they don't feel good. If you think you see them doing that, it's time for a quick trip to the vet to have them checked out. What is this? Okay, that's that.